Hello everyone, welcome back to my space. Watch Natalie, spelled Natalee. I'm here to do your free daily psychic tarot reading. I'm also here to thank you for being so patient and understanding with me about the weeklies this week. There is this overwhelming energy, you guys, and it's just sort of been sweeping over me at least the beginning of this week, maybe even over the weekend. And it's been really difficult to manage and trying to get into personal readings, and then the regular frequencies that we tune into that I'm used to moving in, the 12 zodiac signs. I'm used to those frequencies. It's familiar. I know what it feels like when I'm there. And this new frequency, it's like an overwhelming energy. I'm going to have to feel it out. But long story short, number one, thank you for being patient about the weeklies. Number two, this daily, I'm not quite sure because I wasn't able to get back into this sort of more collective space that I'm used to tapping into for the dailies. So we'll see if we're getting something from that space, and we'll see if we're getting something from the overwhelming energy. Okay, how about that? How about them apples? Let's see what this is. Tell us the story, please. The story of energies. Interesting. We have two cards. We have the World, of course, and we have the Ten of Staves. Okay. Major completion, circle, putting the bow on top, putting everything in its place, the final work, the final paper, the final term, the final result. Oh, this is interesting. This is like do or die time. This is, it's like you're right at the precipice. Yes, that did come up. Do you guys remember that it's like this, the roller coaster that did come up? Okay. I just can't take it anymore. That's you. This is you. This is your energy. All right, good. Interesting. What does it mean? What does it mean? I just can't take it anymore. You are deciding for yourself that you have had enough. You are releasing yourself from something that you've taken on that you don't actually have to do. You don't actually have to be in this Ten of Staves, the Ten of Wands energy. That's what I'm getting. High Priestess on the very bottom. Yeah, look at the Nine of Cups with the Magician. You totally don't have to be in this energy. You totally don't. You know you don't. You've been doing something. I don't know if it's out of kindness, generosity, or from some sort of belief system of yours, or a promise you made. I don't know why behind this, but I know that you don't have to keep carrying it. You don't have to keep going down this road that you originally set yourself down on when you started taking on all of these little sticks, all of these. Look at him. He's had enough. He's tweaking out. Look at his face. I mean, his face looks like he's tweaking. You know that you don't have to carry this. And this world is this conscious moment where you are, I don't even think that it's you're confronting yourself. This is a very natural, cosmically timed, organic moment for you. That you realize, not even that you realize, but it's like you really are ready to lay them down. And it's almost ceremonial. It's almost feeling sort of reverent, or sort of, how do I put this? It's like, almost like you have a ceremony about it, or there is some sort of ceremony about it. but it's inside. Inside ceremony. That's what they're giving me. Okay, moving on to the Nine of Cups and the Magician. You totally know that you don't have to keep carrying this heavy burden. And so you're going to take up what you have. I see tools. There's tools of the trade is what they're giving me. So pen and paper. If you're a writer or if you're a lawyer, if you do anything legal, it's that writing instrument. It's that legal document. It's that, verified, validified, empowered text that empowers your, for others it's a loom. For others it's, drill bits. Okay, so it's just going to be different for all of you, but there are your tools. If you some of you are making jewelry. I see jewelry making thingies and lots of little things. Also for you, electric technician, anything technological, or robotics. If you are programming robotics and there's little components, I'm seeing a lot of like tools though. So you're using this tool very effectively and harmoniously to, what are you doing next? Okay, ooh, 10 of Cups at the very bottom of the deck. Okay. But you're happy with this. You're very self-satisfied with that 9 of Cups, and it brings you quite a bit of emotional fulfillment. And it's almost like emotional validation. It makes you feel good to use this tool, and that could have been why you overextended yourself before, because it's something you actually enjoy doing. And it's not to say that it's being exploited by someone around you, but it's just too much. You're just giving away too much, that's all. Interesting. We have 3 cards come out together, and then we have 1 separate. The separated one is the 7 of Pentacles, okay? And then the 3 together are the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth, and then the Moon, Major Arcana energy. Ooh, you are sowing your seeds. I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing. You're pulling your energy out of this where you've been overextending yourself. You're pulling it back so that you have more for yourself and not giving so much away to others. Makes you very happy. It also conserves your power. It also consolidates your power in a sense that you're not spending in all these little cracks in life because you're accommodating someone else. You're someone else's art of living, someone else's way of life, someone else's dream coming true, pulling it back into yourself. And now you are investing in yourself. Now you are investing in your own thing. Your own thing. Whatever that is, your own thing. That could even just be your house. You could even just say, why am I paying so-and-so's Comcast bill? I'm going to order more groceries for myself every week. It's something that you have been overextending yourself, over giving to everyone around you, or even being codependent on work and working too much and not really being appreciated or what have you, friends, family, coworkers, lovers, children, parents, what have you. And remember, we're not judging anyone else. This is no judgments here on Watch Natalie, ever, okay? So we're not judging anyone else for accepting your kindness, accepting your generosity, what have you. You're just pulling it back now. You're pulling it back, and it's good for you. And this is why I'm saying this is very ecclesiastical. This is very ceremonious, like within yourself. Because I feel like this has been sort of stirring in your consciousness for a while. 8, 9, 10, what does that mean? 8, 9, 10. They're giving me 8, 9, 10. Oh, they mean the 8th stave, the 9th stave, and the 10th stave. It's like when you get the 8th wand, you're thinking about it. I'm taking on too much. You get the 9th wand, I'm taking on too much. The 10th stave, you're like, this is what's breaking my back right here. That's what they mean by 8, 9, 10. So you have been thinking about this for a while, and understanding that it's an issue that needs to be taken care of and not really acting on it. And what I feel like this is with the world, it's sort of this soft release. It's not a hard, emotionalized, super duper over adrenaline, super decision like a Marvel hero. This is a very quiet moment of power. This is a very still, quiet, calm, peaceful power of decision. Does that make sense? So you're not making this decision in like the heat of a moment or in anger or anything adrenal gland based like that. You're making this decision in a very peaceful state where you yourself are not resentful or angry or anything negative at all. You're just pulling your energies back. So you pull them back. You rejuvenate yourself is what I feel with this Nine of Cups. I feel like you're going to be drinking more fluids, actually, like drinking more water, as is sort of indicated with the Nine of Cups. And I'm getting that you are going to be feeding, like actually how I gave you that example. It's something about feeding yourself. Whatever the outgoing expense was, whether it was money or time or energy, attention, whatever resource you were overgiving, putting that into yourself. And that has been sort of a theme going back to Art of Living, going back to like, you know, just sort of the theme of the channel is taking care of ourselves and how can we do that. And you know, you're doing it. This is that energy here of doing that, and it's in doing that that you sort of build up your power again to shoot your shot, to shoot your arrow. It's like pulling the arrow back. It's getting so powerful as it's being pulled back, and then when you let go, it's like watch that thing fly. And that's the Magician energy right there. So the Seven of Pentacles is a working time. I mean, it's having put in all the work and not really quite knowing of how it's going to turn out, what it's going to be. Coming down here with the 3, the 1, and then the moon over here, this is telling us that you're going to have a really smart success with this. Because, you know, it's like, okay, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with this, but at least I'm not wasting myself working for other people and working to support other people and working to live for other people's sake instead of living for my own sake, and instead of living for my own happiness. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to do something good for myself anyway. The moon is about seeing your way through the path ahead with just the glint of the moonlight. Just the glimmer, the, you know, the gossamer veil. Just, did I see it? Did I really see what I saw? Am I really seeing what I'm seeing? Is it really up ahead? Is that a tree? Is it? It's not quite knowing for sure because it's not daylight. It's not clear as day. And having to base very important decisions. This is instinct and refinement with the wolf and the dog, both howling at the moon. Are you going to react from your lower nature like the wolf and be super primal and instinctive? Or are you going to respond like a cultured, well-mannered, refined, disciplined, self-knowing, self-acknowledging, self-aware, as represented by the dog in the moon card? The decision is yours. It's not being so domesticated that you lose your intuition and you lose your psychic ability. And it's not being so primal and instinctive that you lose your humanity, that you lose your civilization. You want to keep the best of both worlds. That's the ideal here with this moon energy. Also, if that does not apply, this is extremely creative. That's another way to work this energy. That when you are confused, that when you are sort of lacking, that you can go inward, that you can go into your dream journal and mine ideas and different directions and different, just different variety. In the sun, everything is so clear, everything is so well defined, crisp edges, you know, very clear lines, contrast. in the moonlight, there's room for blur and smudging and different expressions and different interpretations of everyone looking at the same thing, where it's so much more difficult to make that argument in the broad daylight, when it's very clear that there are very defined edges, or that this is an apple, you know, whatever it is. So with this Ace of Swords, it's a wholly different energy in terms of using your logic, using your strategy, using the truth, using the facts to move forward and to claim your victory and to push ahead. I feel like with the Three of Cups here, and even without the Three of Cups, this feels like a marriage between the two. And that using the gifts of the Moon card and using your intuition, using your psychic abilities, if they go that far, using that energy, that creative energy, that instinctive energy, that intuitive energy, using that for altruistic purposes and for advancing the truth and for doing everything in integrity is your assured victory. Let's take a look at this Three of Cups. I want to take a look. I'm sorry, I hope you guys can hear me okay. Ooh. Okay. The Three of Cups. Interesting. Do you guys see that we have the Nine of Pentacles? We have the Hierophant, and we have the Death card. Interesting. The story is so clear now. You are ceasing to do one thing or a couple things or many things all on your own by yourself, coming to an end. You are nurturing yourself, putting everything back into yourself, rebuilding your power, moving that over and investing into something else. Something else. That you are using a really wonderful balance between your intuition and your mind with someone else. That's the Three of Cups. It's you with someone else. And you will commit to this person. Did we... This feels... Okay, and then you will collaborate with someone else. That's a Three of Cups. Because the Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant and the Death, I want to say this actually came up. I don't remember if it was a daily or a CapriCorner or this came up recently in terms of an individual making a commitment, changing their life forever. I mean, wasn't that like the daily? Like they were these exact cards, weren't they? Right? Like, why does this feel familiar? Sorry about that, guys. Noise, sound, interference. Ugh. I hope that's not our signal of this Mercury retrograde, because that would... Okay, so let's just, before anything else happens, let's just get some advice. Oh, have that moment, right? Okay, Let's do love oracle, because maybe this has to do with someone's love story. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm a little... I mean, I kind of always feel like I'm an alien, but sometimes I feel even more like an alien than I normally feel. Like, what language are you speaking? Finances and career. See that? See that? Yeah. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. If this is resonating for you on that level, well, finances and career. See? Your work's so big, you can't see him. His work's so big, he can't see you. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yeah. Honestly, guys, you just have to have a good sense of humor, and you have to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Look at that. Keep an open mind. You never know. Take a walk on the wild side, you know? Okay. Finances and career. This could be the one. Keep an open mind. Where I put the cards. I put the cards over there. Keep an open mind. That's what you're overcoming in the first place. Keeping an open mind about doing something all by yourself versus making your life easier for yourself. I can kind of, I can understand that. Maybe there's no other advice. Or maybe it's this. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer energy. Ooh. For some of you, you took on so much because you actually feared that if you didn't do it, no one would do it. No one would take care of these people, not even themselves. If I don't come to the rescue. Be bold and make the first move. And that's the future. Like you making this action, doing this thing for yourself for the future. Be bold and make the first move. When you have that alignment with that moon energy and that ace of sword energy, feel good about yourself. Feel like you're on your throne. You can just go forward. Long old arms, I know, right? Okay, guys, sorry about the noise and the weeklies. There's this other energy that I'm getting. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. So I'll have something to report back. That's for dang sure, because it is going to have to do with you too at some point, which is how this seems to work. And the full moon in Leo video, that's coming on the 7th. So if you'd like to tune in, bring your natal charts, go to astro.com. It's Astrodienst. Print out your natal chart and just get used to looking at it. Just look at the shapes and the colors and the little lines and little symbols, and just remove all pressure from yourself to understand or derive meaning from any of it, and have that with you for that new moon live chat. I love you guys. Take care. Goodbye. You could have a lot of haters around you, Capricorn, who who would love nothing more than to manipulate you to bring yourself down. Really is sort of ordained. Saint Capricorn is the motto. The order of the universe. That's what I'm talking about here. That's the authority. It's like the karmic courts balancing the results of free choice. It's like you recently overcome a major scare. It seems like it was just a scare because you came through, you pulled through, you worked really hard. You are very endearing to this person, okay? They like you very much. They like you very much. It's almost like you're making things harder for yourself, Pisces. And it's like with this person, you now have the last tool